All right, everybody, it's time for my winter forecast, and I tell you what, things look fairly exciting for Oklahoma coming up down the road, not that far away. Last winter, not much happened. We had less than a half an inch of snow in Oklahoma City last winter. On average here in Oklahoma City, we should pick up about 8 inches of snow. And really the last 2 years, we've not even been close to that, all right? The most snow in Oklahoma City back in 1948, 25 inches of snow. All right, so guess what's back this year? I'm talking about El Nino, and during a typical El Nino pattern, that's when the water down here in the central and eastern and western Pacific Ocean is very warm down near the equator. And this is a little bit slow this year, but it is developing right now, and this water will continue to just get warmer and warmer throughout the winter months. So when you have warm water, you have more moisture in the air, and that will play at least part of a key role in our weather coming up over the winter months. And there are, again, many pieces to this puzzle, but that's one of them, and it's actually a pretty big piece. But this winter, it's an El Nino. It's developing now, like I said, but it's going to be what we call a MODOKI El Nino. And what does that mean? Well, it's more of a centrally located El Nino, where the water down here is still very warm, but it's more kind of concentrated in the central Pacific. It's a little cooler on the eastern sides of this. It's a little cooler in the western side, or on the western side, if you will. And once again, with warm water down here, lots of moisture available, and part of that will be streaming north throughout the winter months and really ramping up that southern jet stream. More on that coming up. So a lot of the model data showing El Nino developing. Anything above this line right in here is that developing El Nino, and a lot of the models have it. Some of the models have it into a moderate to a strong El Nino. We think it'll end up being somewhat of a weak El Nino through the winter months. That's the way it looks. So that's one piece of the puzzle. Another piece of the puzzle is the current snow and ice cover that we've had, or we have developing right now. Quite a bit of snow across parts of Canada and across Russia. September was the 9th snowiest September on record in the northern hemisphere. So there's been quite a bit of snow to our north, and what that does for you, it keeps the air colder to your north, to our north, and that's what's going to be going on. So if this continues, this will help dislodge more Arctic air and also help bring it south. Looking at other things around the globe, now this map showing the sea surface temperatures across the entire globe, and several key points here showing up. North Pacific, very warm water here. Okay, very warm, bath water going on here. Down to the south, El Nino, MODOKI El Nino. It's developing right now. It's going to get stronger. We have a lot of warm water in the Gulf of Mexico and along the east coast. We have a pocket of cold water in the North Atlantic. And then also we have cold water going on in the Philippines, Indonesia, and around Australia. So things happening globally that will impact our weather here in Oklahoma. Other model data, yes, supports the El Nino going through, looking at December, January, and February. Again, there's that El Nino down there. North Pacific still warm, cold in the North Atlantic. So the models continue with what's happening right now. Cold in the west. So we'll see. So keys to the forecast, talking about a weak to possibly a moderate El Nino, above average snow cover to our north that continues to develop. I think that will continue. And again, those global changes that continue to occur with the warm water here, the warm water there, lots of other pieces of the puzzle going on right now. So the data, the bottom line is, shows a wintry pattern for us. So looking at our temperature forecast for the months of November through December, January, February, and March, below average temperatures from the northern plains into the southern plains. That includes Oklahoma. So once again, below average temperatures. The polar jet will be diving in from time to time with that southern jet stream coming out across parts of Texas and Oklahoma and on to the deep south. And we have above average temperatures ending up in the west. And as far as precipitation, above average. Southern plains into the deep south, little pocket in the Great Lakes possibly, and below average precipitation in the west for the winter months. So with the cold air, or at least colder than normal, and with above normal precip, this is the way it shakes out right now. So my winter forecast for starting again this November, okay, ending in March for Oklahoma, below normal temperatures when it's all said and done. It's going to be an active storm track from time to time, above normal snowfall. Now remember, we're still going to have probably some ice in there, going to have some sleet in there, and we think we'll have several major storms throughout the winter months. Could be an active, exciting winter, and we think that, well, winter kind of begins a little bit early. So no matter what type of winter we have, we think it'll be an exciting one. The News 9 weather team, the News 9 trackers, we are ready to go. Stay with News 9. We'll keep you advised.